Hey there, everybody. It is me, Alex, and today I want to show off Golden Earring, the complete studio recordings. This was I think released about like last year or the year before that, and it is all of the studio albums for the band Golden Earring. I've always liked this band ever since I heard Twilight Zone and Radar Love on the radio, and it is pretty neat to get a complete collection of their CDs, just because they're mostly a European band, and they did not do that many American releases for their albums, especially their CD albums. So one of the cool things, it comes with a little booklet here. It has a little bit of info about like every single album. It doesn't provide enough information, like just barely the bare minimum of like what was going on during the album, like before and after, like a little bit like that. But like, oh, this album was like their last album, or else they were gonna break up. That's why the album is called Cut, even though there's no song called Cut, uh, which made it where it was more of a hidden message to the album title. Things like that. Um, but something that did bother me just a little bit is that the information is a little too vague from time to time. Because, like, they just mentioned that Barry Hay, who's one of the main singers, it's him and George Kooiman. I, you know, don't slaughter me for the for mispronouncing it. Um, but like those two are the main singers, and it's like almost all of their famous songs is from Barry Hay, and they don't even describe how they found the guy. It's just like, yeah, he just showed up around Miracle Mirror, and that's about it. Blah blah blah. Like, not what kind of band did he come from, anything like that. If he was part of any other band. Um, and then the way that they have it is you have all the CDs, and each one is they gave the front cover of typically the CD release, if there was a CD or vinyl release. Um, and it usually was the European version of it, because there should be a box here, but they gave the cover, and then they gave a translucent image of what was in the back, on the back of the album cover, and then followed by like the actual song titles and such like that. Hold on a second. Yeah, like as an example for this one, this is what you got in both the American release and some of the European ones. Meanwhile, it's a different looking cover in I think the British one, the Polydor version. So the back again followed by the titles of the CDs. Something that is mostly worth noting about, and why I kind of want to share this with you, besides the fact that, like, hey, this is kind of cool to get all these albums, and a lot of their albums, because they're hard to find. Well, I mean, not too hard to find, but as in like every single album is like 10 to 15 bucks by themselves. Some of them are even more expensive, just due to the availability on how they're released. Is that this is a pretty neat way to have access to a lot of their music without breaking the bank too much, considering the average price of this box set is between like 150 brand new and around like 100 used. So it makes it to where it's much more cost effective. This is the rebranding that they did for all the CD covers. Instead of using the original art, they used this very generic, easily able to imitate, copy covers, and that's why there's also just a lot of Chinese knockoffs. Something to be slightly concerned about, but not too much, because they're pretty much they're all like wave remasters, anyways. The Chinese knockoffs, and the sound is remastered, remastered in quotes, and it actually makes it to where there are quite a few songs that are much harder to even understand the lyrics, let alone you know the bass being as loud, or the guitar being as loud. Like, for example, the song "My Town." I can't hear a dang. I can barely understand any of the lyrics that are going on in that song, and it's just due to the remastering process because I've heard the original song, on vinyl, and it's much clearer. It's still muddy, but it's much clearer. And also, the last real complaint is that the little CD covers, sleeves that they use for you to put your CDs in there, it's a very tight fit. Um, I mean, like, look, so therefore it's a little hard to grip in and out. And the way that the box is set up is it's dependent on you having all the CDs in here in order for you to easily put the lid back on and off. But overall, I'm pretty pleased with it because even though there are some audio errors that are going on, like some mishaps on the editing process, it's just gonna be practically impossible to get all these albums for the price that that they normally go for separately. Although I would argue that because they a lot of their stylings did change throughout the years, that you might break even just finding the albums you want because most there's a lot of argument between fans of like oh these are their best years, the rest of them are garbage. I disagree with that. There's quite a few parts like throughout all the years that are pretty great, and so for me, I'm happy about it. Um, and yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. Um, check them out if you haven't heard of them before. They have quite a few of their songs available, at least on YouTube, through legal means too. So it's not just like random people uploading it. Red Bullet, their publisher, has all, pretty much all the hits available. So you can pick up, you can listen to Radar of Love, Twilight Zone, When the Lady Smiles. Um, yeah, just go nuts. Uh, you should take a look and listen to this band. I'm pretty sure you'll enjoy it.